Summer winding down and a new school year approaching as many local parents and students are already getting ready for the back to school season. And if you've been through it, you know that it can be a time of excitement and also a time of some stress. As we welcome in Kristen Kelly from Communities in Schools of the Dallas region with some tips to help make this transition smoother and more successful. And Kristen, I know you were up early Friday morning. You're up early with us again today. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Mark, great to see you. Thanks for having me on.
So let's talk about Communities in Schools in Dallas and what that organization does for local students. I know you pair with so many schools to help students who really can use just a little bit of extra help.
That's right. Communities in Schools of the Dallas region hires social workers and mental health clinicians and embeds them across 100 campuses in North Texas. So what we try to accomplish is working within each school and work with principals and administrators to identify which students are at risk, those who could use a little bit of that additional support. So we work on academics, we look at attendance if there are truancy issues and maybe how we can support those efforts, as well as behavior, looking at how we can support a student if they're dealing with any anxiety or larger mental health issues.
So I know you guys are experts when it comes to maximizing those educational opportunities. What tips can you give our viewers who are trying to get back into the routine of a new school year or maybe just dealing with some of those early school jitters?
Yeah, I can't believe it's here, but we are at the forefront of the new school year. So as we have just gone through our team training, we are looking at how to support our schools as well as our families and caregivers across the 10,000 students that we serve at CIS. And so we say it is critical to create a checklist. So put that back to school checklist together. Of course, that starts with supplies that you have on hand, making sure that you've built that routine, got your alarm set, you've got a meal prepped, you've got protein, hydration, you mentioned that earlier. And then of course, just providing support for your student, being able to give them a good night of sleep ahead of time, and then talking with them about what they need going into their first day of school.
You talk about the emotional support. There's been obviously a big focus on mental health in recent years when it comes to our kids. What tips specifically do you have or resources that you guys provide when it comes to supporting positive mental health?
Right, it's so critical, and it is such a sometimes anxiety-ridden experience to walk back into the classroom or maybe going into the classroom for the first time. So we ask our families to consider really giving space for students to provide a wellness check, asking them open-ended questions about their day or how they are feeling as they're about to go to school. So providing an opportunity for them to share how they feel in a safe space. And then also as they're picked up or come home from school, asking them again questions about how their day went. What was the kindest thing you saw happen today? Or how did you help someone? Or what is something that you look forward to tomorrow in your school day? Try to have a dialogue with your students to provide them with opportunities to really think about ahead of time how they'll be successful in the classroom the next day.
Kristen, I know you guys can use all the help you can get. How can people get involved?
We would love for people to join us by going to cisdallas.org. A couple of ways that we can both support your viewers is we also have youth mental health first aid classes that will be kicking off in the next few weeks, and those are free to community residents. Those are ways to spot the signs and symptoms of mental health challenges. And so we invite you to learn about that and join us in an upcoming class. But then we are desperate for back to school supplies right now because, again, we serve over 10,000 students, many of them at risk, low to moderate income. Help us by clicking on our banner on our homepage and purchasing from our Amazon wish list or making a donation, a backpack or a uniform for a student in need.
Boy, great stuff. Kristen Kelly with Communities in Schools, the Dallas region. Thank you for waking up early with us on Daybreak and enjoy the start of a new school year.
Here we go. Thanks, Mark, for everything.
You're welcome. All right.